GM. Hello. GM. I can't hear Ryan.
Oh, has that been the issue this whole time?
Yes, you have not been speaking. You have not been introducing yourself. You have not said GMBM. No
Oh,
things.
sorry.
We were all
Yeah,
I
my
was
bad.
muted because the host muted me, whoever that was.
I didn't.
Ryan.
I didn't.
He
I
also
didn't mute
stole
you.
my email, and I had to come in through a different email.
No, I didn't mute. I don't know. I didn't mute anybody except for Keith because his microphone is picking up a ton of noise, and that was
Oh yeah, I get the feedback. I can hear it.
yeah. There was a bunch of noise. Sorry if you didn't hear me say that. I was also having issues with my mic. So
is the noise still there, or is it okay?
yeah, there's still a lot of noise coming through. I can hear your PC or a fan or something in the background, I think. And yeah, if you want to, I think I'll just turn down your volume here. That might help.
Yeah.
GM,
there we go.
Boop.
Hey, Boop, GM, why can I not type in the chat? Oh well.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that. We were introducing and announcing the stream, and it just kind of none of us had our microphones working. So sorry about that. We're going to be building Clankercon 2025 in public. So you just got a little bit of preview of what building in public is all about. It's just building and getting through stuff and working through technical difficulties and stuff. So yeah, right now, if you're looking at my screen, it's the Clankercon 2025 Unity scene where I'm building a little bit of our bunker environment. This is something that we are starting with an asset from the Unity store called Alien Desert Ruins by Davis 3D. So it kind of started out with like some Egyptian themes in here, which we're currently removing and then like changing around a lot of the environment to make it more of a sci-fi environment. Going to be doing that with a mixture of prefabs from this other scene and also materials from our asset library here. So kind of get a little bit of a preview of what what it looks like to kind of do some kit bashing, as we say, of getting different models together from different projects, using them to build something that looks totally different than what you started with. We've got a few other folks in here too. I'd like to introduce Lynn. I'd like to introduce KC. I'd like to introduce Smoke. We also have Rachel Onchain joining us. Let me bring her up as well. Welcome.
Hi, what's going on, everybody?
Hey.
Hey, Rachel.
GM, what's going on? Happy Friday, you guys.
Happy
Clank,
Friday.
Clank, clank.
Clank. Yeah, we're building in public. We started with a fun building in public little event of all of our microphones not working. Like the entire first 5 minutes of the stream is going to be silent because we were all
That's awesome.
we're all muted,
awesome.
and we all thought we were talking. So it was really great. I love it.
That's great. I mean, yeah, I feel like would it be a stream or a space if there wasn't one technical hiccup? I feel like that's the way it started off.
Heck yeah.
We got
even
Jordan
Jordan's
in
here,
the
too.
house. Jordan.
Wait, we got Jordan here.
Oh,
This is a
Jordan's
full
here too. Let me
house.
bring
This
him
is a
up.
full house.
Hey, Jordan.
Whoa,
what's up, everyone?
what a vibe,
gonna
you
be
guys. Look at this
bitchin'.
lineup today.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a little bit late here. Was just meeting with some other potential sponsors and partners for the event. So just been meetings back to back, showing everyone the amazing stuff that we're doing here, Clankercon.
Awesome.
So-
And speaking of,
Is this the moon
take a-
level?
Oh yeah. So this is the Alien Desert Ruins.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we're working on transporting the Egyptian parts of this to the moon, and
Okay.
the other
Sick.
transforming the rest of it to a metallic clanker bunker style factory. So this will turn into the factory walls a little bit. So actually, if I can show you something that's really kind of cool, if you look at some of these wall assets over here,
Uh-huh.
on the wall assets here, if I take the materials off of this one, it's really cool. You can basically just take the wall panel number 9 material and then zoom in on here, and then you take that and then start making a metallic turning the stones.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah, it's
dope. We
really
need a little
cool.
bit of marble too somewhere.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
marble acts absolutely. Yeah, let's see what we have in our asset library.
Looks awesome.
Oh yeah, you could put a marble on that statue,
Because
right?
people won't feel so prisony when they have to be in these
Ooh,
bunkers.
look at this marble. This marble is really pretty. I like that.
Boop says idea to
Yeah.
have a Doge inscription on a wall on hieroglyphics or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, a
That'd
Doge.
be
Oh,
sick.
done deal. Done
Good
deal, Boop.
idea, Boop.
Let's do it.
So actually, that's something that was one of the original ideas that we had, was allowing all of the sponsors to have some kind of graffiti, inscriptions, various different things
Yes.
that are inscribed. So the form that we're going to be sending out to all the sponsors will have an opportunity for you to include
Mhm.
anything that you want included around the environment as like a small, medium, or large environmental sign. Those environmental signs will translate into, inscriptions, graffiti, actual posters, like billboards, whatever you may want it to be. And so, yeah, if you have ideas for that, feel free to have like one of our artists, maybe Mojo or Dojo or whoever you want to go with, come up with like a cool inscription that then we'll upload to that form and make sure it gets included with all of the other assets that will kind of go throughout the entire environment. And yeah, we'll absolutely have Doge inscriptions. We'll have NFD, BIC, Elon RWA, like all the projects that are involved will get their graffitis. So yeah, if you're a sponsor, if you're coming on board as a media partner, I know Onchain Media is going to be a huge part of this. Want to get all of that stuff involved. And so like those little 2D graphic assets that you guys will be uploading to that form will be easily made into like decals that we can just, put around and like make into, like, we can, if it's in a certain style, maybe we need to translate it to a graffiti style, we can just use like ChatGPT or something maybe to remake it as like a graffiti, and then just use that as I think there'd be one area that's like covered in graffiti from like all of the different sponsors. Will be really cool. That it gets all tagged up.
Yeah, we'll be doing a lot of different like co-creation things, and we'll even have areas where you can come and place 3D assets, and maybe like even make like a platformer game like with everyone that's a part of the event. So kind of like only up, with like different assets. It could be cars stacked on each other. It could be sandwiches. It could be, really any 3D asset you want to put in there. And so that's going to be fun to see what that looks like, toward the end of the event.
Yeah.
It's like a piece of the legacy of everyone I was here, I was here and I
This is so
placed
cool.
this thing in the metaverse.
I love that.
I have
really-
not seen anything. You guys are doing something that's so unique here. I've never seen anything like this done.
It's I think something that really should be done a lot more. Like, I think there was some metaverse stuff that was being done in like 2021 and 2023, right, Jordan?
Mhm.
And like he
It
was a
kind
big
of fell
part of it.
off. I feel
Yeah.
like there was a lot of people in
Yeah, it
that
fell
space
off.
that pivoted out.
Yeah,
We're
like
trying to bring it back.
I made a big metaverse game in 2022. I know Jordan was like made the biggest metaverse conventions on Polygon in 2021 and 2023. And then like we both like hosted a bunch of events, and Lynn has been part of it, KC's been part of it. Like there's been a lot of stuff that like we've done collectively in this team in the metaverse. but like I feel like the entire industry of the metaverse never really saw like its use case fully realized, its product
No.
market
Absolutely.
fit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think this is one of the best use cases for it, is that having the entire world of creators and builders come around to showcase what they're up to, and have the opportunity to, you know, walk through their booths and like, you know, see what they have, you know, to offer, and like see the storytelling experiences that the various different brands put together as part of this. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and there's something that happens psychologically too when you're in the same space, like a virtual space,
Mhm.
together. Um, like you actually feel like you are more connected than just like talking like this, right? You're seeing my face, here I am in my location, Rachel's in hers, everyone else that's up here. But when you're like virtually, physically, together virtually, right? It it's interesting. Like it changes something in the chemistry of the way that you feel a connection to that individual person. And so,
Totally.
or the different groups that you're working with. And you see this phenomenon like with like MMORPGs, massive multiplayer online RPGs like World of
Yeah, World
Warcraft
of
or
Warcraft, yeah.
Final Fantasy, Elder Scrolls Online. Um,
RuneScape, don't
you
forget
know,
RuneScape,
well,
you
RuneScape. Yeah,
guys.
I played the RuneScape. I love RuneScape as well. Um,
Dark
yeah,
Souls.
I'm a huge fan of massive multiplayer online RPGs. If I if I had to choose like something that to do like every day, and I had no worries about money or anything like that, like yeah, I love playing at massive multiplayer on online RPGs, joining those fantasy worlds, and hanging out with my guild and fighting dragons and huge like monsters and mobs, and that was just so much fun. But but yeah, there's something that happens like collaboratively when you're doing that together. Like when you're on a raid with people, um, like it actually fires oxytocin within your system, and so that's like that. You know,
Love.
that yeah, it's that love, it's that trust hormone, right? That is built up, and so that kind of thing is you're gonna experience that here at Clankercon, right? Like when you're with everybody and you see all these different avatars and you see different speakers and you're going around doing activations together. Um, I don't know if Ryan talked about this, but here's some alpha about the event. There will be team challenges, so
What?
there will be
Ooh.
there will be moments where you have to be in a team to complete some of the activations at this event, which is gonna be so cool, so cool. And we're also making it so that it'll be viral too, because we'll encourage you to like take a screenshot with your team, post it on X, tag certain things like joining different giveaways, with that. And so, um, I can't wait to see like what happens there, and uh, how people experience it, but also, um, like the wow factor that will come with that, because there is a serious wow factor with what I'm talking about. I'm not going to give away any more of what that looks like, but
No more,
yeah,
no more.
Yeah.
yeah,
Jordan, you're just such a marketing genius. I've seen recently Stand with Crypto. Like I helped with an event in San Diego, and they did something similar. And having people break out into teams and post what you're doing online, it
yeah.
is a way to get more virality out of what you're doing. And I think that's just overall very net positive for the attendees, for the sponsors, for the people getting involved to bring more exposure around this. And hey, I mean, I hope there's another Clankercon. I hope that this continues and blossoms into something that continues to grow beyond this.
Well, thank you, Rachel. And it's true, right? This is the first annual Clankercon, right? So
Woo!
so we do plan on doing this every single year, adding more elements and gamifying it more. The other thing is that because this is built in the metaverse and this isn't an IRL event where you have to break everything down after you've spent ridiculous amounts of money on the the displays and the
and there's
booths
also
and
waste, a lot of
everything.
waste. I feel like that's not something that we talk about often, but it is a discourse that I think is worth having, right? With these big conferences, like how are we handling waste as an industry too? Like in the metaverse, you don't have to deal with that. But I think that is something worth discussing for in-person conferences as well.
I completely agree. And with this, like you have something that can stand the test of time. It can be a legacy. Like this whole entire environment that we're building right now, this can be potentially someone could play it 10 or 15 years from now, right? And experience all the different things that we did this year for this event. And so, like there's something really special about what you can do. There's no limit to what the limit is to what your imagination can come up with and what the imagination of the every project that's involved as well.
Totally. Hey guys,
So-
I got to drop here in a minute. I just wanted to come in real quick and share some support. I am so excited about what you guys are doing. The fact that you're building in public and opening this up to the community to see your process, I think is a really beautiful thing too. So just hats off to you guys. Jordan, Ryan, Smoke, Lynn, everyone involved with putting this together. And I'm very excited to MC as well. And excited to move forward here, you guys.
Thanks so much for dropping by,
Thanks,
Rachel.
Thanks,
love, Rachel.
Yeah, much
Absolutely.
love.
Sorry, I wish I could stay longer. I got to get ready for my next call, though. Much love, you guys.
All
Yeah, no
good.
problem. Have a
Much
wonderful Easter weekend.
Yeah,
Oh
have
my
a great
God,
weekend.
yeah. And by the way, a little alpha. I'm emceeing. Great to see you too, Boop. I'm emceeing at Coinbase headquarters tomorrow for a vibe coding hackathon. You guys,
let's
we're
go.
in such a cool space.
Yeah.
I'm going
Let's
from
go.
like building in public metaverse live stream to preparing for emceeing a vibe coding hackathon. I absolutely love this space and all the innovation left and right. So keep doing what you guys are doing. Much love. And shoot me a link next time you guys are doing this. I'm happy to hop on anytime.
Oh, thanks so much, Rachel.
Keep
See you
feeling it,
later.
Rachel.
Outstanding.
Bye, guys.
Good luck tomorrow. I know you're going to do great.
Thank you. I know.
Yeah,
I'm
you will
excited. I'm
kill it.
nervous.
It's so
Excited.
fun.
You're going to kill
Are they
it.
doing a live stream of it? Like, is it going to be?
We haven't. I don't think so. I think it's going to be
Okay.
we're recording content and it's like
Okay.
distributed after the fact. But yeah, you'll see some content. I'll be loud. All right, guys.
Outstanding.
Much love.
All right. See you.
Yeah.
Later.
Peace. All right. Yeah, this moon base is looking sick, man.
Yeah. So
Dope.
so this actually is, in my opinion, going to be the factory, because the moon base, I think, might be a completely different looking thing that we might actually go
okay.
full. We might go a little bit more of the Egyptian vibe for the moon base. I don't know, because
Okay.
weren't like
Have
the
the moon
Egyptians.
floor.
Isn't the lore of Egypt that there was some stuff on the moon? That there's like a pyramid on the moon or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just conspiracy theory lore, but I like it. And I know that there is a pyramid on the moon now, the life pyramid. So
Yep.
the
Dog is on there.
dog token.
Yeah,
is
the
on
Own the
there.
Doge activation up there. That I
Well,
guess.
not just us. It was really Moondao, but we're up there. We happen to be up there.
Yeah, and we should absolutely.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah,
cool.
there was some other people who want to be on the moon now, kind of with us. That it's kind of a whole moon vibe. So it'll be its
Everyone
own.
will
life.
want to be on the moon, of course, because
Yeah, I think a lot
clear
of
location.
I think a lot
Yeah.
of people will want to be on
Yeah.
the moon. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those locations that a lot of projects identify with, I guess.
Yeah, every crypto project.
Just every crypto project. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the moon part's gonna be really cool for sure. And we're gonna have a DJ up there too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be the coolest thing. Is
Yeah.
it'll be party on the moon, be able to look out over the lunar landscape and see the Earth as you're partying. It'll be dope.
It would be nice if we could create a false reality also. There could be you could be on the moon but looking out at the ocean.
Oh yeah, that's an interest. Yeah, we can do something where it's where inside of the really cool DJ luxury moon base situation, like because we wanted to be like almost like a mansion on the moon, where like the Own the Doge painting has like a cool gold frame, and it goes along with the rest of the aesthetic of the mansion too. And then in that mansion, it can be like a beach, like that, like looks out over the moon landscape, like an infinity pool situation, but it's also like
Yeah.
a beach. Yeah,
I like that.
really cool. These are all dreams of what we want to do for sure, and let's kind of figure out what we can do in the timeline between now and then, because like
And
yeah,
buy the
we're-
packs.
yeah,
like,
we're
buy
hustling.
the items.
Yeah. I think it'd be really cool. I think if you want to help us find some packs that would be like a beachy vibe, that'd be a cool thing that we could do for the stream today, is like look for something that would add on to that. I think I have a mansion that we're going to be using for part of this moon base, like the actual interior of it. So yeah.
Yeah, it would be sick. I just noticed that there's like these flame like particle effects that are happening on the statue as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. And they've got kind of runes
Wow.
on them too. So
That's
kind
sick.
of,
Yeah.
kind of like the runes on the temple that we have currently
Mhm.
visible. Yeah. And so what do you think about the hooded figures? I know that hooded figures are like pretty dope. We can probably keep those, right?
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh,
I feel like that's not necessarily, that's like not Egyptian. That's more so just like cool. That's like Clanker. That's like
It's more Farcast vibes, man.
Farcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, totally. I think we keep the hooded.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Egyptian did have hoods too. I mean, any of the like esoteric, type.
But they
You
didn't
know,
make
like-
statues of hooded people that I remember, that I'm aware of.
Yeah, we could probably get that, Mac.
They
we have
they
it.
might.
Or one of our design team has it.
Oh yeah. The Elon Ra statue, that would be dope.
Elon.
Oh, by the way, million dot
Tyrant.
base dot ETH. Yeah, it's sweet to see all the behind the scenes, huh?
Yeah, dude. We can absolutely make this like we can change this particle effect too to make it like more purple. That would be cool. Because like, yeah, this is kind of just how it came from the asset store, but we can absolutely like make some
Oh
changes.
yeah. I think that'd be really sick.
Let me take a look at this. How do they animate this? This is just oh, this is like a custom shader. Is that a shader graph? Must be a shader graph, because that's, oh, I hope it's a shader graph. It might present issues with spatial if it's not a shader graph, but let's see. Is it animated by, let me see here. Oh yeah, that's a .shader file. Okay, I guess we'll see. I'm gonna try testing this.
Okay. Sounds good.
Those walls with the new texture look absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, they made it very easily customizable. Look at that.
Oh, let's go. It's like an LED, one of those LED lamps.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that looks so awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool when you're doing it. I'm
Mhm.
rotating it like that.
Yeah, 'cause I was wondering if it could change to blue too, because like in the base areas, if we wanted to have like a base like gate or a Farcaster gate, could be purple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could actually use this asset in many of the different locations throughout the event, right?
We should
Yeah.
we should,
Yeah.
because this is like the kind of whoever constructed this whole environment, you know what I mean? The ancient lore.
The
of, like,
ancients, yeah, the
the
ancients.
ancients will have their
Uh-huh.
markings around. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
As the base god scriptures say.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have to come up with some base god names, actually, right? Because there wasn't like the Egyptian lore; they didn't specifically have anything where they thought that pyramids were on the moon, but that gods were associated with the moon.
Yeah, I mean, we can have Brian, Jesse.
Ah, Let's see. What is
And then
Jesse?
this little one here can be statuette because it's a statuette. So
Yeah, let me.
because that's a
Fair.
big statue and that's
Fair.
a statuette.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jesse
Could have Vitalik.
in
Yeah.
Egyptian,
Vitalik, yep.
If you guys want to be extra cool, you'll have Vitalik as
ancient
well.
Egyptian.
Yeah. No, I think that's I like the idea of having like a list of all the top, people on base, but then like maybe turning it into like a magical kind of cult leader sounding god that we could like just use as like a reference to them. And then that can be like, the names of these. It'd be really great.
Yeah, so Jesse in ancient Egyptian, they don't really have an equivalent for the J because they didn't have like a J sound in ancient Egyptian. It was a y, a y.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're
So
right.
so it'd be Yesi.
Yes.
It'd be Yesi. Yeah, Yesi in ancient Egyptian,
I love
which
it.
which actually interprets to the beloved one or
What?
the gift of Ra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, so the beloved one is Yesi. That would be Jesse in ancient
we all love
Egyptian.
Jesse, so he must be the beloved one. It just meant
Yeah.
to be because
So Yesi, the beloved one, right? Could
that's
be
great.
one of the gods. And
I
then
like
let's
this
see.
color
Let's
purple.
see what Brian in ancient Egyptian is. Okay, Brian in ancient Egyptian. Let's see.
Get any letter. You can look up any letter for ancient Egyptian.
You can.
I mean, you can just. I'm just typing it in Chat GPT. I'm just like, what would the equivalent be for Brian in ancient Egyptian?
Yeah.
So Brian in ancient Egyptian would be Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, so Brian, and the interpretation would be the strong-hearted one.
Oh wow, dude!
That fits Brian.
That fits Brian perfectly too.
So
Brian, definitely.
So Brian, the strong-hearted one, is the next god.
Yo, this is dope. I love
Wow.
this lore.
And then who else?
Because he literally, it's stand with crypto, and the shield is the symbol, and he's the strong-hearted one, and he's the shield.
Hey, I mean, it makes sense.
That's so dope.
Who else? Oh, Vitalik.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also we should look up Clanker. Like, what will Clanker appear as if Clanker was a god?
Ancient
Yes. Yo,
Egyptian.
that's such a great idea.
That's
Smoke.
why I was
Thank you.
wondering if any letter can be used.
Yes.
Yeah. Clanker can Okay, so Vitalik, Vitalik, and it actually transliteration. No way.
What is it like? Something bad? The way he like opened his mouth.
What?
It's suggesting opener of the chain.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Opener of the chain. Is that what you said?
Opener
Wow.
of the chain. Vitalik.
Wow.
Opener of the chain.
No way. I think ChatGPT is trolling us, but I absolutely love this troll. This is a troll that I can believe.
Is this Brock?
So ChatGPT also said, this sounds surprisingly royal, huh? Vitalik.
Yo, this is dope. There's no way.
Wow.
Brian Armstrong, the strong-hearted.
Yeah, the strong-hearted one. Strong-hearted one.
And then
Yesi,
the
Jesse
opener
is
of
the
chain.
beloved one.
Jesse is the beloved one.
Or the gift of Ra, which Ra in ancient Egypt was like the ultimate, is the sun god, right?
Yeah.
The ultimate god. So and then who else? Clanker.
Yeah, Clanker. I want to know.
In ancient Egyptian. Okay, so Clanker in ancient Egyptian. Oh. Okay.
What does it say?
What? We're all curious.
I know,
man,
right?
how-
He's just talking to himself, like,
Okay,
"Ooh,
like,
wow, awesome."
See, that's part of his thing. Yeah, he does that.
Okay, no, just sec. I'm reading it. I'm reading it here. Okay, so
I'm taking it in. I'm
so
digesting.
Clanker, yeah. Okay, so there was no. Okay, so k and e are implied to shown. Okay, I want to know how this was actually pronounced. Oh, Kalanker is how it's pronounced. Kalanker. Okay, so Kalanker is it's suggesting a transliteration of divine power of the written code.
Wow.
Kalanker. Yeah.
Divine power of the written code.
How do they know about
Divine
written code?
power of the written code, which in Egyptian would be Sekhem, Neter, and Nejat Tek.
Wow.
Egyptian code means tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, tech. Yeah, tech
Wow.
is tech. Tech is code.
Wow.
And Medjat is written. So Medjat Tech is written code.
No way. That's so crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna verify on my side with chat.
And you know what's really interesting though
With the
is
same
what
AI.
you know what it's saying. You
Does
know what
my
it's saying
AI have the same info as your
Medjat
AI?
Tech. It's saying that this is the made-up term for the ancient blockchain. That's what Clanker's, not Clanker, but ChatGPT is saying.
The made-up term for the ancient blockchain.
Yeah, Medjat
What?
Tech. The tech script.
That's crazy.
We should use that. We should use that in lore. Medjat
Yeah,
Tech.
definitely.
Yeah, I
Like
really like this. This lore is really deep.
I think this lore already happened, and we're just finding out now because we're looking it up.
I think
Sekhem
ChatGPT is on
Netzer
sure.
Nejat Tech. The divine power of the written code. Okay. Oh yeah, so it says if you want to give Clanker the full AI god treatment, call him Sekhem Netzer and Nejat Tech. Kalanker. I'm probably not saying that completely correct. I'm gonna put this.
Isn't ancient Egyptian one of those languages that's not been heard in modern times, so that we don't really even know how it sounds now?
I think there's people that do. I think we do know how it sounds, just from some of the like language experts, linguists that have like honed in on what it sounds like. So, and then AI obviously can help us to pinpoint that even more. There was a viral video that was going around that basically said, this is what if you were in ancient Egypt, way back in the day, this is what you would hear, this is what the language would sound like. So
we need a Daniel Jackson. Stargate.
Daniel Jackson. Yeah. Oh man, all the way.
Sorry, I don't get the reference. Who's Daniel Jackson?
One of the main characters from Stargate SG-1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't watch enough of that.
Egyptologist.
Stargate SG-1 is probably in my top 3 favorite shows ever.
It's pretty awesome.
Yep. Yeah,
I remember watching the movie in like some of the first season, and then it's exited my brain, so I forgot the dude's name.
So the thing with the first season is that they had a pretty low budget at the start, and then once people saw that it was really gaining traction, then the budget, went up, and so the quality went up, at least on CG and things like that. But oh man, the stories that are told in Stargate SG-1, like that is one of my favorite IPs ever made. Yeah,
I really liked it. I need to get back into it.
So good. I could watch that anytime.
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh
absolutely.
yeah. I love
Yeah.
Battlestar
yeah.
Galactica too. Yeah.
That's a good one.
You know, another really good one is The Expanse. That was
That's
on
very good.
Amazon. The six season The
I
Expanse.
saw, I think, one or two episodes of that one too, and it looked really good. I just like haven't
Dude,
had time to get back into it.
man, that's some of the best sci-fi storytelling on the planet. It's
pretty
so
badass.
good. Have you seen it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Which planet, Jordan? No, I'm just kidding.
All the dimensions.
Didn't Jeff Bezos like, wasn't there some seasons released and then it was going to be cancelled, and then Jeff Bezos liked the show, so he made sure there was more
I think
seasons,
his
but then at
volume
the
is
end-
too low, Ryan. If you
Hold
can
on,
turn it
he
Oh, is that what
coming
happened?
back up now.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, because Ryan turned him down because he had feedback coming in.
Previously, he was really loud, and his feedback
Okay.
was loud too.
Let
But
me-
now it's gotten fixed, and now it's back to normal.
Let me
We
check
good?
the lore on that.
Yeah.
So The Expanse was by Jack Dorsey, or who was it? Who'd you say?
I'm not sure. No, it was Bezos. That,
By Bezos. Okay.
Yeah, like he enjoyed the show. From what I heard, anyway, he enjoyed the show, and then he extended the amount of seasons that it had been approved for, just because he wanted to see the story.
Yeah, you're right. It says he saved it from the chopping block.
And I
Yep.
think the last
Because
seasons then were
he was
rushed.
he was such a fan. He even said he said these guys are unbelievably talented. So I personally think that The Expanse, that IP should come to, like film, games. I mean, that is, it's so beautifully done.
Need to see that. I have not seen that.
I could see The Expanse being like a game, almost like Mass Effect. Like, it reminds me of like Mass Effect. Did you guys play Mass Effect?
I did not play that one. I've heard
Mass
of it.
Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda, like the whole series.
I've
Yeah,
played
that
that.
was so
There were
good.
so many crazy games from the past. What was that game? It was like
You talking about BioShock?
no, but yeah, I think I've played BioShock.
I love the BioShock series. Like, that's it's brilliant storytelling.
Yeah, that was like what, 25 years ago?
Oh my gosh, I remember the
Oh.
first time I played BioShock. I didn't sleep. I don't think I slept for like 2 days because I was so immersed in that world. It was so good.
I was thinking of, I can't even remember the name. It was like this odd character that looked like an alien that used to go around, and it was just an odd, the game was called like Odd something, and it had like an alien
Oddworld.
character.
You're
Yeah, I
talking
think
about
so.
Oddworld.
Yeah.
Oddworld was really good too. Yeah. Mhm.
I love Oddworld.
I
the
never
whole
played
vibe
the
aspect.
newest renditions of Oddworld. I played the old stuff, but yeah, Oddworld is fantastic.
It's like it's like if I were to think of like a 90s game that really just represents like that aesthetic of the 90s, it would be Oddworld, and they carried it forward into like the 2000s, like in the early
Yeah.
2000s, you know what I mean? It's just like such a time capsule of that kind of extreme, like weird, interesting, like colorful type of, yeah. There's still a lot of stuff like that these days, but yeah, it just feels so quintessentially like 90s to me. That character also reminds me of like Toe Jam and Earl. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, those are some good old days of like interesting, weird characters in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Or like Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, yes.
Dude.
Cow and chicken. Did you guys know about
Oh
that?
yeah, I love Cow
Oh,
and
yeah.
Chicken and
That
the
was
Red
like the
Devil.
edgy one. Yeah.
The Red Devil who would be like, oh.
Yeah, the Red Devil. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, I
Can't
love
believe the
that guy.
characters they came up with.
Yeah.
Also, Rocco's Modern Life was very 90s.
Oh, I was just about to say that, Smoke. I was about to say
Yeah.
Rocco's
See,
Modern
I'm
Life.
psychic. That's why.
Yeah.
At least I
Yeah.
used to be psychic. I don't know if I am anymore.
Oh man, Rocco's Modern Life was so great. And then like more normal characters like Doug. You remember Doug?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Doug was good. That was fantastic. And I mean, I'm sure all of us watched Rugrats, you know.
Oh,
Yes. That was a staple.
Honestly, that show is really well done. Like the design work, and it's really pretty trippy if you watch compared to some of these like cartoons now that are really sterile visually. There was a lot more creativity. I feel like I think it's coming back, but I think mainstream media has been a little lacking in creativity in
Well,
children's
they've been
shows.
really cookie cutter, right?
Yeah,
Just,
I think it's because of the graphics too. It's like the graphics are all like rounded, like 3D object. I don't know,
mhm.
plastic looking.
I remember, speaking of like old 3D stuff, did you remember watching Reboot?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Reboot.
That's an old one.
Yeah, with the green skin, their greenish blue skin, and they were like 3D animated, like really old 3D animation, and like they barely would move.
yes.
Yeah, they would like barely be able to move, and the scene would be like a character like pivoting left to right, like mechanically, be like and they would like open their mouth like really wide, and the camera
Oh
would do
man,
that.
this is such old CG.
Yeah, like it's super old CG, but like, and
Dude.
the fact that there was inside a computer terminal was like what they were like. Oh yeah, since they're all computer characters, that's just how they look. So like, it's all blocks and like bits
Mhm.
and beeps and stuff. So
You remember watching was it it was Transformers, right? That did like some of the first higher level CG.
I think so. I think you're right. I think Transformer did
Yeah.
some pretty groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah, I
If
mean that
remember correctly.
was back when Pokemon like, came out and stuff.
Yeah.
I was actually my little daughter that's 2.5 years old. She loves the old Pokemon, so we started watching that together every once in a while. It's been fun, nostalgic, like
The old like series of the first
the first
Ooh,
series, man, the first one, yeah.
I bet you that would be really
Going
fun
back.
to watch.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, especially through the eyes of like a child who's able to watch it for the first time, and you're just like able to experience that and see like their reaction to all the new episodes that come out, and they get to watch. Like that's amazing right there. Because like
It is
I remember
beautiful.
coming home from school and I had like taped the VHS. Like I had automatically set my VCR to tape the Pokemon because I was so into it and I couldn't catch it any other way. And it would sometimes just record like Maury, or like I'd just get the Maury Povich show or something, and I'd just be like, oh no, the VCR recording went bad.
I remember the days coming back from school, to watch Dragon Ball Z and the whole entire Frieza
Oh yeah.
saga, and like how many dang episodes it took, like, and next time on Dragon Ball Z, you're like what? Like,
yeah, that lasted a long time.
how many episodes was that? I gotta check. Frieza saga. How many episodes? Okay, so the Frieza saga was episodes 75 through 84. And so, I mean, yeah, that was a lot. Like, because it was every week that a new episode, right, was coming out, and so you're like,
yeah, you're right. That's like, yeah, that's like
it was
that's,
forever.
and like I honestly feel like if they define the Frieza saga as like just the times that Frieza was on screen, they were on Namek for a lot longer. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the classic line is like, "Are they still on Namek?" I think that was the classic line that people would say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, it was great.
Yeah, it was great though. We loved that. That was what we lived for. So
Did you guys ever watch Biker? What was it Biker? Was
Biker
it
Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice from Mars? Yeah.
what? This is something I've not heard of.
Yeah, man, I got into that big time. I even
Not
had
now
some of the
heard.
action figures. Yeah,
What was that like?
Let me show you. Maybe I'll share my screen and show like a clip from it.
Yes, go for it.
Just a second. Biker Mice from Mars. Oh man, that was way back in the day. Look at that. All right, let me try to find something that makes sense here. Okay. Oh, they have full episodes. 222 videos.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay, is this the intro?
All right, let me see. Make sure that I'm switching to.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up the intro here just a second.
All right, I'll be ready to switch to you.
Okay, share screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen.
There we go.
Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. Here we go.
Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's where that one character is from. I know that big fat character who just laughed.
It's like a meme, right?
Yeah, he's like a meme somewhere. I've seen him somewhere. Oh yeah.
Almost like they took the Ninja Turtles, concept, and then just thought of all the craziest stuff that they.
That
could
was
put into
dope.
this.
I'm watching
dope.
that show now.
Yeah, I have seen a little bit of that through like osmosis of culture. I've not even known what it was, but I've seen a little bit of it from things, and that's really great. Yeah, I need to look into that more. It looks really awesome.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Cartoons, great again.
Yes.
It's not a political movement. It's about cartoons.
Yeah.
There should just be like a crypto DAO that just watches old, cartoons together, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a lot of licensing and stuff you're gonna have to go through. But I like.
We gotta make our own. We should make our own cartoons with the creators. Then we don't have to.
Old school cartoons.
Yeah, old school style.
Old school
Yeah.
style.
Well,
Another one of my favorite was Mummies. Mummies Alive, I think it was called. Oh, I love this one.
I would love to do like the Witchy Woo Babies, but like Rugrat style.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I found the Mummies Alive. Do you guys remember Mummies Alive?
I don't.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
This was another really popular show that I absolutely loved. I'll share my screen. Here we go. This one. I just love everything ancient Egypt, so I loved it so much.
Little boy named Presley found a secret out this year that he was once a pharaoh when Egyptians ruled the world, and now the sorcerer named Scare tries to get him day and night. But Presley has 4 guardians to protect his very life.
This is giving Johnny Quest vibes.
It really is.
I mean, this is old, guys. I think I watched this when I was 7. It was pretty good for that
Come back
time.
to me. I think I did see this.
Wow. Okay, that that looks so sick. I need to watch that too.
That
Wow.
looks good, right? Like, dang. I mean, let's see. When was that? Oh, okay. Are we still? Oh no. All right. Oh, Mummy's Alive, man! I'm telling you, we got to put some Mummy's Alive like Easter egg somewhere.
I honestly feel like the whole Egyptian theme that we have going on could absolutely be representing some of those like Easter egg elements that, you know, from. Yeah, I saw a little bit of the Mars, the biker rats from Mars, like the Mars environment too. Also had some cool things from that,
Yeah,
that animation that like would be a cool
Sure.
reference too.
Let me. I'm gonna double check what year Mummy's Alive came out because I think it was a long time ago. 1997, I think. Oh, okay. So 1997. All right. So
Wow.
so I was. Okay, I guess I was a little older than I thought. If it was 1997. Let's see. Okay. So I guess I was 11 when this came out.
Wow. You said 97?
Yeah, 97.
Yeah. That's I feel like I wonder when like Thundercats and like all those other shows were coming out, because I feel like that's kind of like the same almost
Much earlier,
vibe.
I think.
I always feel so old.
Thundercats. Let's see.
Jordan.
Thundercats came out. Thundercats came out in 1985.
Oh wow, okay, so that's like a full decade
Dang.
earlier.
I was 3.
I was born.
I was
Stop
born in
it.
86.
I know,
so
I'm the
86.
oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in 88.
No, I was born in '89.
Oh
I
wow.
hate you
Am I the
all.
youngest? Oh my god.
Smoke. I think
I
you're
don't seem like the youngest. Yeah, that's so weird. That doesn't seem legit. I think I'm older than all of you guys. Except for fine, I'll let Lynn choose to be, but besides that, we could match.
We'll switch. I'll be the youngest. You'll be the oldest.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Can we have candles
transfer
or
code.
no? People could get burned potentially.
What?
In the
I'm
metaverse
just saying.
candles, or
Yeah,
I was like
in the
in real
metaverse.
life. I got some ritual shit. We can totally get
In
down
real
with
life,
it.
yes, people could get burned, of course, by candles. But in the metaverse, not to my knowledge, unless we give them human feelings for our avatars.
No, yeah, we've definitely got some cool candles on level 3 that we'll be planning to have just to add to the vibes of that area, because it's going to be a very secretive cult-like area where maybe the cult members have just left their candles burning.
Or this,
I
what is it?
am.
Wood stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Smoke
I
just gave
gotta.
me some like weird heebie-jeebie vibes from that thought too, because do you know how like there were movie theaters that had the interactive seats and stuff like that, so it felt like you were in the movie because the seats would move and stuff like that. So can you imagine we get to a place where we're in the metaverse and you actually do feel shit, and like earthquake happens and like I don't know, somehow you shake, or like you have your VR set and it does some shit to you, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about all this.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm sure it will happen.
All right, tech bros, I gave you all the idea.
I think
I'm not a billionaire. Go forth and prosper, I guess.
I think it would be more cost effective just to like have a hat that you wear that like broadcasts the feelings through your skull so that you just like feel it somehow like into your brainwaves.
Yeah. So now we're talking about what's the movie with the 3 shells? Demolition Man. Right?
Yeah.
Where like they
Demolition
stop.
Man, yeah.
Right. They stop being intimate with each other. So like they put on like the little headset thing and the goggles and like
Haptic
you feel
suits.
everything. Yeah. Cool. All right. And Jordan's going to come back because he's got some fatherly duties.
Oh yeah. No worries. We'll just be building. No problem.
Don't mind us. We're just here. We're just building, watching, doing things, hanging out.
Yeah, right now I am working on what is being called the factory. This is something that's connected to the deep underground of Clankercon, and you see it. You'll be able to see it on the surface on the desert level. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting once we get this all loaded up in there. Right now, it's a separate scene that I'm just working on from the original scene that started as like a kind of like a starter demo scene of like these assets and stuff. So yeah, actually kind of want to start moving a lot of this stuff around a lot more and like doing a lot more with it here. But I think I'll start bringing this into the environment and like seeing what pieces of it make sense to use, and like because we've got to build the entire kind of factory wall around this too. Like these walls will become like the factory walls and stuff. Are these at an angle already? Did they come like this?
Thanks, Tanchi.
Oh yeah, looks like they're already at that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, good. So since we're in Egypt, can we set up like little booby traps and stuff like that where like a wall actually falls on somebody?
Yeah, you think what would so that's another question is what would happen to a player, or like, you know, if you're at a if you're attending a crypto convention and a wall falls on you, you know what I mean? Like what do you expect to have happen next? Do you like respawn and like lose a life?
What about all those critters that come out? What are those called? Like they're not roaches. They're not. There's those son of a biscuit. What are they called?
The beetles. the
yes,
beetles?
thank you.
Gold scarabs.
The scarabs.
Scarabs.
Yeah, the scarabs
Yes, where all these scarabs just come at you.
From the Mummy.
Yeah.
From the classic movie The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, but that's like a thing. Okay, that was like based on real stuff. Okay.
Brendan Fraser really was there in ancient Egypt.
Exactly. That's why he's such a powerhouse. You know what? I love that dude.
He's awesome. I saw him in something very recently, and I was very happy to see him again. I was like,
the way that he came back made me super happy because he's been in several films. There's Whale. What were some of the other ones? Oh man, I always like cry when I see him too. Like I get real emotional. Not that I've ever met the dude, but it's I mean because he went through a lot, and then he was like shunned from the industry, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's, you know, you definitely want to get behind people who that's ever happened to, because like that's not good. I love people who like just create and are like themselves and are amazing, and like you know, if somebody's trying to like keep them down, I will probably like be behind them. Like one of the first ones to just like be like, yeah, no, like I'll support you, because you know what I mean. Like if there's somebody who like needs a little bit of an extra like hug or a boost or some kind of visibility or recognition, like I feel like that's what we're supposed to be doing on this planet, right? Is helping people to you know, be seen or like make the best lives that they can of themselves, you know, with each other, like together.
Well,
So-
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we inherently are social creatures, right? And we are all connected. I'm definitely an advocate of being each other's cheerleaders and supporters and encouragers and shoulders to cry on if you need it and stuff like that.
I want to see this sandstorm asset. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. This is something that we were looking at as like, oh, this sandstorm asset needs to be included. I see like the
Shadows of it. Yeah, you keep seeing
Yeah.
the shadows of it, but
I was wondering if that was it, but I
It
think
kind
I
of
thought
is,
it was
right? It's
I think it is the sandstorm. It's what if you searched for it in the search bar?
I'm opening up. Oh, it's the FBX. Wait, how is it FBX? Isn't that supposed to be a particle effect? How can you have an FBX that's a
The particles could be attached to the FBX.
nuh-uh?
No?
But like,
No.
there's nothing in it though. When I try to open it, there's nothing in it. It's just an FBX, just like. But there's nothing. There's no even any model in the FBX. There's no components to it. I feel like this is literally what I was just talking about. I think when Nacho was showing us the sandstorm, and I was like, "Yeah, it's really beautiful. I hope it works." Because like I have literally encountered this exact situation before, where like an amazing particle effect is on the asset store, and you download it, and it just isn't there, and it's only available on like other pipelines except for the one that we need for spatial. So. Like, I wonder if that's maybe in the HDRP or the standard pipeline version of this asset, which is in here. Like, I could try loading that up, but it's like there's no point. We can't use it. Let me see. Particle.
a different version that we need that would work.
What
Next
happens if you
time,
turn off
before next
visibility of that FBX
Say
in the
again.
hierarchy? If you disable visibility in the hierarchy, you know, to the left there's a little eye icon. Yeah. So does the effect disappear?
No, it's still whatever this is still
So
here.
it's something else. So that looks like shadows coming from.
It almost looks like it's only on this sand. So I'm gonna check the material of this sand right now. Oh yeah, landscape windy. I'm guessing that if we switch it to this one, M landscape, that one has a slightly different look to it. It's almost like flowing sand or something. It's now more horizontal as opposed to the other one, which seemed to have more of a disco light style vibe to it almost. Okay, so landscape still, landscape windy. So those are like different animated. Yeah, you can see the animation right here.
Cool, yeah. I wonder how spatial would treat it.
I mean, these animated textures are generally going to work. Generally, unless it's like a water texture that needs depth. Like if it reads the depth of the camera for anything, then it usually does not work. But I think actually one of the new spatial things allows you to make the depth available to shaders, but I'm not 100% sure.
It would be cool to look into that.
Yeah, I think we will. I'm going to move all this stuff over to the Clankercon scene right now so I can actually just start putting this in the desert and like breaking it apart and reusing the parts of it, because for now I've just been getting pieces that look cool and just trying to see how they're going to look.
Yeah.
So getting ready.
So we'll need to optimize each one to remove excess level of detail, because Spatial doesn't like it when you have very large package sizes.
Yes, I've gone and done that for a lot of this stuff, and for anything that remains that we're actually using in the scene, I'm going to make sure that that is done for everything. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just copy it all for now. Oh, and then this is the kit bash file. So I wonder, how do we go about moving stuff over to the Clanker project? I guess I just copy it from Windows Explorer over or something.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest.
Yeah. All right.
So I guess could I explain a little bit about how we can collaborate as a team using Unity version control? So it allows everybody on the project to kind of have access to the project from their own individual machines, and anytime we make a change, we can check it in, and then it becomes available on everybody else's instance as well.
Yeah, it's like GitHub. If you've ever used GitHub, it's like where you can just like publish the current version of what you have. It'll let you merge into what anyone else has, and like do that seamlessly by like, it'll show you what conflicting files there are, if any. Let you check out files like almost like a library system, so that like once your files are checked out, then it'll let other people know that that's already checked out, that it won't be able to be modified. So it's really cool.
It's very, very handy.
That's
And we
awesome.
can control it all from within Unity then. Its own tab there. We can choose what we want to import from the changes that were made by everybody else, or we can choose what we want to upload to make the changes visible to everybody else. So it makes it a lot easier. I remember like the early days when we didn't have a proper, we were just zipping files,
Throwing it in
and
a
putting them
drive.
onto our Google Drive, and
Yep.
downloading them that way. And then I just had enough of it at one point. I was like, right, okay, we're going to have to do something here, and then worked out the whole Unity version control, Plastics SCM. But it was made even more complicated by the way Unity did things. They kept changing the names of things. So like all documentation you look at starts referencing stuff that doesn't exist anymore because they bought out companies and rebranded and changed names and stuff. And
it's so awful.
Round and round in circles for hours just trying to figure out where they currently are. So like you spend an hour following some documentation, and then you get to it and go, oh, this
Honestly,
is obsolete now.
That's one of the reasons why we're doing build in public, is because like if I had this available for me as a game dev that was just starting out and wanting to start in Unity and like metaverse design, that I could just come and like see someone else do it and like see how it's done, and then even ask questions in the chat and like have them respond, which is like, if anyone's interested and has questions, please ask. We're happy to answer. Like this would be have been so helpful for me because of that exact reason, of all these tutorials being out of date and all these like things not really being like, if you just like want to get started and like have that immediate feedback on day one of I'm making something I care about, as opposed to like making the Blender donut, like or whatever. Like let me tell you something. I never made the Blender donut. I skipped
Neither did I.
because I can't handle shit like that. I need to be able to just make something on day one that I start learning, that I at least know that I'm like building towards a small project that I can feel happy about when I'm done, that I can release and be like, look, I made it. And it's not going to be like, oh, I made the donut. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, like I don't want to spend my time making someone else's tutorial. Like,
Exactly.
Also, no offense to anyone in the audience who made the donut.
no offense, yeah, no, it's
The way
like
that you said that, you're like, I made the
Just didn't
donut.
read it.
I said it like Homer Simpson, like, oh, donuts.
I know.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, no diss.
No, it's a
to
good
anyone
point.
listening.
Some people don't want to do these instructionals. Like, I've always wanted to learn, but I've never wanted to do the donut, even though everybody tells you to do that first. I don't know the reason, but it seems
because
cooler
it's
to just
easy.
throw
It's
yourself
because
in.
it's just a very easy thing to do. That's all.
Right,
it
and
is.
it's just to
He
kind
covers
of
a lot of
familiarize
aspects.
yourself,
Yeah.
and just to kind of get your hands a little wet, right? Like when you're doing something. Because I will say that I did try to do the donut. Okay, Ryan, but like halfway through it, I was like, "Fuck this bullshit!" Like, because I couldn't like. With you, I'm with you. Like I could not follow the tutorial. I could not sit there. I was like, no, I can't do this. And how I learned was working with Casey and was working with Ryan and us troubleshooting together. Man, the old days that feels like, I don't know, fucking 100 years ago.
Yeah.
We ran into some awesome problems, but we worked through it. We learned a shit ton by just doing and experimenting.
It was like very, very early days of the spatial dev toolkit and that, or creator toolkit as well.
Yeah.
But for anybody who does want to follow tutorials and doesn't want to make a donut and they want to focus on tutorials that are game asset related, definitely look up Grant Abbott on YouTube. His tutorials are absolutely fantastic and he explains everything really, really well. He doesn't assume knowledge either, you know. Definitely, if you want to make game assets, game ready assets, Grant Abbott is definitely the way to go. He has a bunch of courses then available on Game Dev TV, although I think they changed their name recently, but those courses are fantastic as well. So like a whole course on sculpting and creating characters from scratch, and he goes through the entire process. Like they were fantastic courses, but even his free stuff on YouTube, he has it all out in different playlists. It covers all of the pain points, you know, like baking textures and understanding how all of that works, you know, and specifically for game related assets.
Wow, that's awesome. I wrote that down.
How much did he pay you for that, Casey? I'm just kidding.
He paid me with buckets of knowledge. He gave me so much information. It was
Nice.
fantastic. It was a major, major help with starting with Blender. So I didn't do the donut, I did his stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a hands-on learner, and I'm like, I have to kind of do things, and like I'll always be like making mistakes and learning from them and like trial and error. But by doing that, I usually end up discovering brand new ways of doing things. You know, like I'll just like invent brand new things, you know what I mean? Just to solve problems that I'm just trying to solve. So I feel like that's like really fun and like a good way to like come up with my own style as like a game dev and as like as a designer too sometimes, but like mostly as a game dev, because like there's so much involved with game dev that like I almost feel like it's a waste of time to try and learn it all before you start. You kind of have to just like learn as you go and figure out, okay, what is the specific problem I'm trying to solve right now? How can I solve that? Okay, now move on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now, the problem that I'm solving is I am moving over a ton of assets to the Clankercon main project from the Kit Bash project that we work on with like all the Scratchpad assets, where we're just like mixing and matching stuff around and like making new stuff. So I've just imported like a really big, really just like two separate projects that are from the asset store that have been like, you know, slightly modified and prepared for this import, and then it's now going through this process of importing every single item and compressing it and crunching it and processing it and scripting it, and it does that for the next however long this takes.
Well,
It'll
to interrupt,
take a while.
since we have some time,
Yeah.
we do have a PO-op today. So I don't know if it so happens to be that we're able to give it away live on the stream this time.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Absolutely. And if anyone else
Ooh.
wants to share what they're doing in Unity while mine is processing, that would be cool too, because I think I'll kind of be working a little bit more on the other scene, I guess, while this one imports. But this was kind of the main thing that I was planning on working on. It'll take a while for that to finish.
Yeah.
So-
Casey can, if Casey has his stuff done. Earlier, my my system crashed on me, so I do not have Unity open right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you
Okay.
have anything to share, feel free. I can throw it up, and I'll just
Yeah.
go switch on over to this too.
Just 'cause
So
Also,
I
like
said-
how Casey's preparing, because I heard him clear his throat. He's like, "Okay, I got this."
Yeah. You know me too well.
All right, guys. So for anybody who collects PO-ops, you're going to want to take out your PO-op app.
Oh, here we
and
go.
This is what's called the secret. They call it the secret word, but it's a phrase. And this is the phrase: clank, CLANK, dash Doge, DOGE, dash meta, META. So clank, dash Doge, dash meta.
Okay. I know
believe,
Pizza
even
is
though-
somewhere out there getting this before me.
Oh, Pizza Dow.
Yeah, Snacks is somewhere out there getting this before
Yes.
me. Yeah. Sorry, I
so fast, you
called
probably
him.
got it
I called him Pizza because he is pizza.
I know
He
you called snacks.
represents the idea of pizza. Let's go! I fucking got it.
And we're going to be sponsoring Pizza Dow, so that's exciting. We're going to be sponsoring the creators. Will be sponsoring the Pizza Dow event at FarCon. So that'll be
Yeah,
fun.
the creator is Own the Doge, Coordinate. Thank you so much to Own the Doge for helping us to sponsor that amazing event, and it's really great. Yeah, really happy to do that. It's gonna be so fun. I always love pizza party events. We went to one at East Denver as well, so that was really great.
That was fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pizza Dow throws the best parties. We've been sponsoring their events at Own the Doge for I think since 2021 or at least beginning of 2022. And yeah, really amazing Dow, just all about pizza. Can you imagine? Just getting people pizza for free, having pizza parties. Very wholesome and altruistic type of project in Dow.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the idea that something so simple as just getting people together to eat pizza can be such a powerful DAO, because it really is the simple things in life that are kind of the most important almost. That getting together
Simple
with
moments
friends
together.
and eating pizza, and just it's about the community aspect of it too. It's not about ordering pizza and then eating it alone in your room with everybody on you know what I mean? It's more so about you get together with a big party around the entire world all at the same time, and in all these different cities, and everyone just eats pizza.
I'm going to chime in and also say no offense to anyone in the crowd who orders pizza and eats by themselves in the living room. If that's what you like to do, you, boo.
You always make it
Honestly,
I'm
sounds
trying
fun.
to shade them. I'm not trying to shade.
One has to speak for your deplorable behavior, your elitism for people that like to eat pizza alone.
Elitism. Yeah, I love it.
No, we know what you meant, but no, it's fun to order pizza in general. Pizza rules.
Oh, I like this hallway. Are you looking at my screen? This is really...
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It's like
This,
endless hallway. Is that going to be an endless hallway for people that break the rules of the game?
Oh yeah, you could just be teleported here, and it's just it's I don't know if you've ever seen Severance, but it would be the break room in Severance. It's where the workers go
Exactly.
to
It
get
made
punished.
me think of Severance. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too. When,
Yeah.
when they walk out the door and they're just back there again.
Yeah,
their brain is
exactly.
lobotomized or whatever,
Oh yeah.
split.
I'm just starting season 2, by the way, so like no spoilers. I'm so excited.
I've always been theorizing. I watched the show and I still don't understand it.
It's yeah.
I don't think I could give a spoiler.
They all die.
No. What was the classic spoiler? Snape kills Voldemort, or what is it? Snape kills Dumbledore. Yeah. Yeah. And then someone shouted that out a window at someone, and then they were like, "You bitch! You bitch!" They were like running after the car, like shaking their fist in the air. It was someone waiting for the release of that book, and it was like someone just shouted a spoiler out. That was a classic. Oh man, this is a cool space. I kind of like this like
It is also,
space.
yeah.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
Wow. What did you do? Your system's breaking.
I don't know. Things are happening, guys. Like I'm seeing a lot of windows popping up. C drive, program files, Unity. Am I still with you guys? 'Cause I feel
You
like-
are. You
Yeah.
Yeah,
are.
no, you're still here. We see your
Okay.
mess. It is your, yep, that's a disaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen because I feel like my computer is about to break.
I'll,
See,
I'll
this
put up
after
mine
my
here for a minute.
issues. That's why I
Oh,
didn't.
I can't even stop sharing my screen. The button's like broken. I can't even click on it.
Control Alt Delete, Ryan. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. It might restart the stream if you have to do that. Oh no, you can Control Alt Delete for the task panel, but
Wow, it is fully just like not letting me interact with this with the website at all. Let me see if I can switch tabs.
all right, you're getting back. Your computer might be overloaded if you shut a couple tabs that you don't need, if it's even possible.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I guess all of a sudden the computer became overloaded because like Unity, what even is this? Like all this stuff, like why is it doing
I don't
this?
know, but I see a happy little banana.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
funny,
there's
there's
a-
a banana there.
Okay, yeah, speaking of happy little bananas, yeah, I could. Yeah, no, that's not letting me interact with that window either. So I think my whole system is gonna
You need to
be-
bring up your task manager, kid.
I know. We tried to tell
Okay.
him.
Smoke literally gave you the directions.
Yeah,
Oh,
Control
and
Alt Delete. But I
can't
think you can.
interact with my
Oh, okay.
task manager either, though.
Oh no!
It's not letting
Damn.
me click and move on anything in the entire. Okay, hold on. If I can use my keyboard.
Oh my god! You have all those
That
other
was
screen
so
tabs.
much.
You gotta
Oh.
show
That was
them.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, do you see what's happening here?
Yes.
Okay, now I have to hit tab again until it gets to that menu.
Don't hit it.
Oh, I missed it.
I
missed
see. I literally just said it.
I missed it.
That's like dealing with a kid and being like, "Don't. There's a rock right there. Don't. Nope. Bloop. Never mind. Okay. Cool."
Oh, where is it? I can't find it. It's not coming
It's
up
right there.
now.
It's to the right. Yep. Go
Going
on.
over every account. Yeah, now it's on the side
It's
panel
going
on the
over
right.
every possible
Yeah.
clickable item. Oh, here it is. There. Got it.
Ah.
Let's go.
Can't believe
Oh
that
my
worked.
god! And
I
then to
can't
see
believe I'm
the
able to operate this with just a keyboard. Okay, now let me see if I can bring up your screen share, Keith.
I think
So
Ryan
Shift and
deserves
Tab
that
goes
piece by
backwards,
himself
so
now.
just in case.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, it's
tap,
not
tap.
letting me.
Tap.
It's not letting me hit enter on your screen share. Oh, I just full screen smoke.
Wow, really putting me on the spot here as a simple avatar.
Okay, so maybe this is a good time for us to kind of wrap up the build in public. Because I will literally have to like refresh this browser tab or do something to.
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to close out of a lot of that stuff, kid.
Yeah, I can click on the new tab. It's letting me click on a new tab, but it's not letting me click on the things in the browser tab. That's so weird. And then like also the task manager wasn't letting me click on it. So it's so weird. So yeah, I guess what do we want to do? Have me
down.
all right. Well, if
No, I don't mean the
whole
stream. I mean your stuff. Like you're gonna have to shut it all down.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm saying if the whole stream shuts down because
You
I
can back away, Ryan. Are you sure you can't get back to that thing where you had like 700 windows open and close some of those windows?
Well, the thing is that I think at this point the computer is working fine and very smoothly in terms of like I can move around and like nothing's lagging, but it just won't let me do anything. Let me just close a bunch of stuff. Let me just see what I can
I love
close.
how we told you to do that like 3 times already.
Okay. okay.
That means I have to stay on the computer and deal with these people. He's like, I'd rather end it now.
Quit Telegram, quit Discord, quit QuickTime Player 7 from 1997. Because apparently
I do that too. I leave too much stuff open too.
Yeah. What else can I guess? I don't know. Unity still seems to be doing stuff, right? Or is it?
Is it still working? Like, is it still doing?
It's technically still ticking down this time.
Huh.
But like, I don't know if it's actually doing things. Oh, here. I can bring this up now.
A chingadera. He found it.
There's so many like little weird windows down here that like have no meaning or purpose. And I still can't click on my task manager. Welcome to Build in Public, everyone. If you're just joining us, what we're doing right now is we are
break in public.
Yeah, we are
breaking in public.
Navigating a computer.
Don't worry, we're just testing stuff out because that's what we do, right? Like we have to test it to see if it'll break, to know what we need to fix.
Exactly.
Break it till you make it.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'm struggling to even be able to close things. So, all right, I'm in Chrome, so I can close Brave. Close 57 tabs with my Brave browser.
Good. That's going to help. 57 tabs.
Oh, but it's not letting me click the close all button.
Oh, dang.
So, and if I can't Control-Alt-Delete it either, how do I close it? Because I
also
can't.
Just love watching your Doge like just move the head around,
Yeah, like
as you're like working it out.
What do I do over here? What do I do over here? Oh, click on this. Click on that. Like
a crisis center.
Let me see here. Photoshop. Can I close Photoshop? No, that's awesome. It looks like I can't even bring that up to. It's got weird little windows though. Oh, it's something closing. Something closed. After Effects.
But Photoshop takes up a lot of energy.
100 to go.
Yep. After Effects. Oh, that's something that is not allowed to be seen because that's under NDA, so I can't let that be seen.
My God. So fancy, Ryan.
Redacted.
I'm gonna have to change his name to Redacted.
Yeah. No, it's good because I'm not sharing the screen anymore, so that redacted thing didn't even go up. That's fine. But yeah, things are just crashing actually at this point. Like I'm getting the end process thing soon because it's like windows are turning white and fading away. Like, you know what I mean? When like it's just completely not responding and Windows is just like, hold on.
I'm just waiting for that old school 90s like folder sad face to pop up.
Yeah. Let me get like a blue screen of death up on my Doge avatar as well. Just like get it fully. Oh no, I can't interact with that either. I cannot interact with my whole computer. Yeah, this is wild. I've never had this happen where it would just in the middle of editing Unity, like my whole PC just like died. I wonder if it's my graphics card or
I don't know, because it seemed like a whole bunch of new stuff just started popping up, which I
it's
thought.
Actually what it is all of the little processes that Unity has in the background normally, but they suddenly just appeared on my taskbar because Unity crashed. So at the same time that happened, my Adobe After Effects started flashing and also Photoshop. So like anything that was using the graphics card seems to have crashed. So I wonder if it's graphics card related. But my Doge is still working.
Yeah.
All that matters.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with Smoke.
That's right.
So yeah, I can't even turn on other people's screen shares right now. If I could, I would. Smoke, are you able to turn on Keith's screen share? Because I think you may have my shared account privileges with.
It like wouldn't let me into my own account. It told me I was already logged in, so I'm not
Oh.
sure how I'm here, but maybe there is a way I'm here. So let me see if
And
there's a
Casey,
way.
you don't have the share button. It doesn't let you just do it.
It's queued up, but a host has to approve, I think.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
show me any ability to approve anything or even chat in the chat. I feel like I don't even know how I'm in the chat really. Usually I can log in, but this time it said I was logged in, I think through somehow you were logged in through Smoke at Own the Doge, I think, possibly. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's not allowing the 2 logins anymore.
It's weird that it's letting me click on the add scene button, like on the left side to like add a new scene, and I can actually like click on that button, but then almost nothing else in this entire web interface is like clickable for some reason right now.
Georgia of the jungle.
What I'm gonna do
Watch out
is
for that tree.
Yeah.
we're gonna give you a preemptive end of stream mini end of stream situation where like if I guess if I refresh my page or restart my computer, it's probably just gonna quit, I think. Unless maybe it keeps going.
Maybe
until
I'm hosting it. Maybe I am hosting it. I just have no access to anything and somehow it won't, but
okay, so if it quits, we'll see you.
See
We'll
you
see you
next
later.
see you next week. Have a great Easter.
Yeah, if it quits, we'll have a great evening. It's been a fun build in public, and we'll see you next time. If not, we'll be literally right back. So,
Goodbye.
all right, here we go.
Hello.
Real edgy your seat kind of stuff.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Da-na-na-na, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, we're still
Oh my
here.
God, we're still
All right,
here.
we're still here. So does that mean we're still live?
Yeah, we're still live. It's still going.
Wait,
He's
Ryan
back.
came back.
Look at that.
How did that happen? Oh my God, this is perfect.
Okay, the stream is still going. Okay,
Yes.
but then I still can't click on things. So maybe I need to like quit out of Chrome and join Chrome again completely, because that was just a refresh of the page. So
Okay.
Uh-oh. Da-na-na-da-da. We're still
Smoke, did
here.
it transfer host controls to you then?
Not that I can see, but I feel like I am hosting this somehow. But I'm not sure. I don't understand how. Doesn't even let me type in the chat.
I definitely don't have any hostess with the mostest abilities. I'm just here.
I think Ryan will come back and somehow save us.
Save us from ourselves as
Yes.
he's trying to save himself from himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's so funny. Well, Casey, I know we can't see your screen, but do you want to chit chat about some of the things that you've been working on? Because you've been putting in some heavy duty work, sir.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, essentially all I've trying to be focused on there at the moment is to optimize the assets, because when they come in from the asset store, they're kind of huge and that doesn't work for spatial. So I've been kind of going through and also building out, doing a block out of one of our levels, and a block out is essentially like where you designed a level but not with the full assets. You're just using kind of basic primitive shapes to lay out what the level is going to look like, and then you add in your assets in on top of that, so it kind of gives you a way to test the feel of the level and make sure that it all looks right before finding out that it doesn't look right. Well, hey, there we go.
Ta-da! Yeah. So, and that's one of the
Yay.
things too, right? Like when you're blocking out, it's like a production company. Haha. When you're blocking something out, you're actually laying everything out in the size that you think you want it, so that you can look at an avatar in the space and how big you want the sections or what it is that you're doing and stuff like that, just to get a little more clarification for those out there who don't fully understand the block out process.
Yeah. So you can bring your block out into spatial and then take a run around inside in the scene and actually see the size of objects, and if you've got the scale of things right. So all I'm doing here on this end of it is these are all optimized assets. So I have all of these different wall assets that I'm going to be utilizing in the level we're working on at the moment, the new level. I brought it down to 18,000 vertices, whereas if I was to bring, these are the original wall assets, if I was to bring them into the scene, it doesn't really matter where they go, you'll see the vertice count will go up to over 100,000, even though they're the exact same assets, except these assets over here have multiple levels of detail applied. So as soon as spatial updates,
You had to hit the refresh button on the portal for that to update.
On the portal?
Yeah, the spatial portal. Yeah, the portal.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then go to issues and then refresh. And then it'll update.
Oh no, that's the wrong scene. There we go. So yeah, now it's at 129,000.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah,
it's a massive difference. They're all the same assets. It's the exact same collection, the same number of them. But obviously, if we used that in a spatial scene, we're just going to have serious issues when we've got a full space and everybody's in there. We're going to have serious problems. So the main work I was doing pretty much all today is trying to reduce assets as much as possible so that they're usable for us. And we still do want to have level of detail applied. And like level of detail is essentially the further away you are from an object, the lower the poly count of that object is on your screen. So that increases performance. So we obviously do still want level of detail, but we need to balance that out with not overloading the whole scene. So we want to be able to accommodate lower end devices or older devices to be able to run the space with no issues. So once we have all of these assets prepared, we can put them into a separate folder, and then we can, for anything we're building, we can take them out and start using them in any scene, and they're prepped and ready to go. They won't need any further work. You could see from Ryan's Unity earlier on, the Egypt scene was, I think, nearly 12 million vertices, and like that's not going to work for us in spatial when you have a full room of people. So you'll have everybody's avatar will also add in extra mesh into that. So yeah, you really have to be conscious of the size.
Do we know what the average is per avatar in the space that adds on the meshes?
Yeah, it's anywhere between 20,000 to 500,000. And some of the avatars can be heavier than others, but yeah, it's really just it's not just the avatars meshes, it's also all of their textures and atlases that are combined with that. So like that's kind of like the biggest thing, that each one of the avatars comes with their own separate, textures and atlases that all have to be loaded in, and then as they're all running around and like, having to be drawn on screen, that's like a lot of, calls to the graphics card of, or the graphics chip of a mobile device. So like it gets really heavy for mobile devices, especially as like the head count gets higher, which is why like we kind of have to like plan for to really try and hit those scene vitals as best we can, and then use a bunch of tricks that we can to like hide things that are not in view whenever they're not being seen, and that should help a lot in terms of just like if we make the environment as light as possible, then the entire rest of the event will feel like it's nice and smooth.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so right now I was just testing out to see what the temple ruins looks like in terms of mesh count on the desert. It looks like it's about like less than 100k in terms of mesh vertices for that entire temple, which is pretty good considering that that is made up of like a bunch of tiny little assets. And I'll share my screen here so you can see. But this is made up of like tons of tiny little assets here that are all put together as like one big thing. But like the fact that we were able to remove all of the higher LOD count stuff already, it took it from over 500k. So like the scene vitals itself was probably about 1 million, because it would have been this plus another 500k, and then we brought it down to just 100k for the temple right now. So that's pretty good considering that this is a big set piece, and we'll be basically hiding this entire thing whenever you're like this far away, like maybe this far away from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's no reason for it to be seen from this distance. I mean, like maybe if we need to, we can have a way to like see like a very basic version of it that's no longer using 100,000 polygons from that distance. Because like we can take this and we can move the entire thing into Blender, and then we can like make a super low poly version of it that's like maybe just like 500 vertices just to be seen from a distance. You know what I mean? And just swap it out.
So I did a quick test there, and I used Spatial's avatar sample, and that avatar is about 7,000 vertices. So then multiply that by, if you've got 50 in a room, you've got what, like 350,000 extra vertices. And that's just using the Spatial's basic avatar. Some of the other ones that load in would be a lot higher than the 7,000.
Yeah, it's going to be a big collection of different avatars, and some of those custom avatars that we make available for, the sponsors and stuff, that'll be included as well.
Yeah, no, that definitely is important to know. All those different details and how to make sure that it's optimized so that the most amount of people can come and enjoy the experience, especially if they're coming on mobile.
Yeah,
very important.
That like most people do not have the most latest mobile devices, because like that's usually the assumption to make, because like most people have a functioning mobile device that's maybe like on average 5 to 7 years old, I'd say. Like, because like there's no reason to upgrade if it's still working. If everything works fine, if you don't really need to have the latest version for some reason, then there's no reason to upgrade it for most people. So they're all like,
there is the issue of planned obsolescence, where essentially they stop providing security patches so that you have to buy the newer model.
Exactly. Exactly. So and that's a thing, right? Is that usually you want to build for the optimization of those mobile devices that still do have patches and security, and because it probably won't even work in the environment anyway, right? Because of the different specs. And then yes, there is the planned obsolescence where I would say on average, phones are meant to die within 3 years, right? They're meant
Yeah.
to be gone,
Totally.
and not be
Absolutely.
used again. So,
Yeah, we definitely want
when it-
to be as
when it-
inclusive as possible.
well, yes, one thing I was researching too is that in third world countries, most people don't have a smartphone, right? Most people don't have a smartphone, so they wouldn't be able to jump on a phone anyway with this. If they did have a smartphone, then most of the time it is more of a newer smartphone or different smartphone packages. So, I mean, clearly we're not going to be able to help service the flip phone or
Absolutely.
like not a smartphone, right? Like it's
Yeah.
just not going to happen. So yeah.
Yeah, we need to find the right balance there, really, so we can support as many people as possible. But obviously, we don't need to go as far back as being able to operate on a flip phone, as you said.
That would be tough. We need a snake game or like a very low, like different type of game. This type of game would never. It would have to be a micro. But even the actual chip probably can't, and the phone can't handle it.
That's all part of our process, then, as well, is to test all of these things, test them in as many different ways as possible, and see can we break it before we go live, to find out what our limitations are and try and resolve those prior to an event.
Yeah, because we'll
that's
most
smart.
definitely get like with each of us on different tabs, using different browsers, with different phones, with our tablets, with like all
VR.
Yeah,
everything.
VR. I'll break out my VR set to see what it looks like. So we definitely try to cater to as many options that we can cater to.
Yeah,
Within
definitely.
reason.
Definitely within reason. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always fun to do, though, for sure. And me personally, I have not gotten used to my VR set. I always feel weird. I can only have it on for like 20 minutes, and then I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Which one do you have?
I can tell you in like
It's a MetaQuest 2, I think.
Yeah. See, Casey knows more about my shit than I do.
Do you play Beat Saber on it?
I don't play shit on it.
Beat Saber's pretty fun.
It was for testing. That's why you got it, wasn't it? Like just to test and make sure.
No, it was because Abante was going to start doing live performances in the metaverse, because we were taking the TV show Into the Veil to the metaverse, and we were going to test the VR systems so that the actors could have VRs and be as mobile doing the performance as we possibly could.
Yeah. And the spatial setup with VR had extra stuff in it, and it would track mouth movement and hand movements, which is kind of what you'd want for a live performance of a TV show in the metaverse. You want to be able to be as expressive as possible.
Right, and that was like the whole goal. We had teamed up with a couple of folks in order to try to make this happen, and then, well, leadership changes happened and whatnots, and we won't go into it, but it's still like in my head that I want to do it.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of the work ready to go.
That's true, because we did build out several spaces for it. Well, Rye, you want to tell us what you're doing?
Oh,
we
yeah.
probably getting ready to wrap up here too.
Yeah, I think this is about the last 5 minutes that we have for the night. So just getting a few assets on here right now myself. I know that the rest of the team has been working on level 2, level 3, level 1, the moon. We've got a lot of different things in progress. So glad that you guys were able to come and join us tonight, everyone who's watching the stream. Yeah, like, did you guys have anything that we wanted to kind of be closing out with? I'm just kind of getting some assets placed right now.
I just want to thank everyone who joins us for these. We definitely appreciate you coming out and supporting us through all of our shenanigans and glitches and what we go through when you aren't around.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it.
Same here. Yeah, we appreciate everyone taking some valuable time out of your Friday to come and watch us build this amazing experience and metaverse conference that's coming May 29th through the 31st. And I mean, it's coming up quick. Like, we've got a little over 6 weeks left until we go fully live. But yeah, the team is grinding 24/7. We will take a little bit of a break over the weekend for Easter weekend, and we hope and pray that everyone has a wonderful Easter weekend, whether you celebrate or not. But yeah, we'll be back, for the next Build in Public Friday of next week, and we'll do some more giveaways. And you're definitely going to see a massive ramp up of marketing here very, very, very shortly, because we even have a huge announcement that we're putting together with a particular party that we're not going to name just now.
Way.
Redacted. Yes, it's redacted. But yeah, we can't wait to make that announcement. That's going to be that'll be a big one. It'll go viral, I'm sure.
Yeah, speaking of that, after this call, I'm going to send you over the draft of that email.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll be on my phone. I'm going to be watching my kids most of the rest of the night while my wife goes and runs errands and everything, to get ready for the holiday. And then I'll probably be back. Probably in like 3 hours, 3.5 hours or so, to keep working on everything too. So, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll just be here. We'll just be working. Thank you guys for all watching Build in Public. We're going to take it back to Build in Private and get back to work.
Yeah.
Yes, and last chance before we leave, if you want that POAP, clank-doge, DOGE-meta, it will be closing out in 2 minutes at 7 o'clock.
Yep, clank-doge meta.
Thank you so much for Own the Doge for sponsoring these Build in Public. We most definitely appreciate it.
Round of applause.
Love. Let's buy some. If we need things, let's buy them this week before the next episode. But I feel like what you guys are doing now is just pretty much making sure everything's going to work perfectly for all those people that are going to be there, so that I guess the poly count is as low as possible when it doesn't need to be high. Does that sound correct?
Pretty much.
That is exactly it.
That is very correct. Yep. Yeah, it's a big part of the whole optimization, that we have to go through, especially with spatial, when you're bringing thousands and thousands of people into an event, making sure that, because, they're communicating all around the world, right? So all around the world through the servers and, the different data packages and everything. So, Strider just said you guys should launch on Zora.
Yes, we're gonna do the whole thing on Zora.
We do plan on launching a lot of content through Zora, actually. So you will see that. I think that most of our content, though, will be launched through Clanker, which makes sense, right? Clank, clank.
Clank, clank.
Yeah.
It's Clankercon.
It is Clankercon. Let's go. Don't be afraid to tokenize. That's the future, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Ryan knows I was afraid. I forget. I've been afraid.
Yeah.
It's okay, Smoke. Here's a hug.
I live in fear.
Well, with that said,
so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
We're gonna get ready to close. Have the most amazing Easter weekend. Be blessed. Stay based. The cloak stays on, and we'll see you guys soon.
Ciao.
That
Adios.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hello.